biggest love was music. And he loved playing music, hearing music, and dancing to music. He wanted to go to the Nova Festival to live his music, live his, freedom, peace, music. And he went with his best friend, one of his best friends, Hersh Goldberg. And they had a very good time, but only for a few hours, because they got there at midnight. And at 6:30 in the morning, everything started. As our little child said, and they ruined the party.
In the morning, we heard their sirens before we went davening and shul. We understood something happened, but we thought it's in Jerusalem. And only when we came back from the synagogue around 11, my mother-in-law came and she said a war started. And so we understood that there was something happened. And we said we have to get a contact with Aner, because we know that his platoon was based in Sufa base, which is on the border. We knew that immediately when something happens in Gaza, so they'll be inside. So we said we have to speak with him before he enters Gaza. We tried to reach him by phone, and we didn't succeed. There was no answer in the phone. And later on, his girlfriend called us, and she told us that there were shootings in the party. So at that time, we started worrying. We didn't know what happened to him, but when we heard that there is a mess over there, we said if there is a mess, he'll try to fix it. He'll try to stand, and that's something generally that friends from Bnei Akiva, friends from elementary school, they all said if there is something that he can do and place a meaningful position there, he'll do it. But we didn't know anything till Monday. Till Monday, we were searching in hospitals, in different places, trying to find where he is. Maybe he's hiding somewhere, maybe he got injured. And only on Monday we got a phone call that one of the survivors, she called somebody, and he came with the phone to us and told us not much. The only thing she said, Aner was in our migunit. That's a small shelter. Due to him, we're alive. I'm alive. He managed all what happened. And we were thinking, what do you have to manage? He was unarmed. He was with a t-shirt and sandals. What can he manage in this kind of situation? And only on Tuesday, 3 days after the event, one of the fathers of the survivor, the survivor that took the picture of Aner standing in the migunit, he called us and he told us almost all the details that we know till today. Later on, we got pictures and we got a video from what happened, but he knew all the thing. And on Tuesday we got it, and we knew that he got severely injured, but we didn't know if he's dead or not.
It looked like we were sitting Shiva this week, but actually we were not sitting. We were working in finding details and calling everyone that we could and trying to get information. But actually we didn't get any information except what Moshe said. And we understood that the situation is very bad. At one point, the best option for us was that he was injured and taken to Gaza. This was the best option at that moment.
Severely injured.
Severely injured, we knew, because the survivors told us, but they didn't say he was for sure dead. I think they knew it, but they didn't want to say. Of course, I can understand they didn't want to say anything that I'm not certain about. So we tried to stay optimistic. We tried to say that there is a chance. We tried to do whatever we can, but actually we understood that we're in a big mess. And actually, I felt it on Saturday when Aner's girlfriend called us. It was about approximately 11 o'clock on Saturday, on Shabbat, on the 7th of October. She called us and she said, "Did you hear from Aner?" We said no. We guess he's in the army already. They called him. She said, yes, but I didn't hear from him since the party, and the terrorist attacked the party. So I said, wait, what did you say? She said, the terrorists came to the party and they attacked, and they started shooting. And I said, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how many terrorists, how many people in the party. I only knew that he was in a party, but I didn't know that they attacked the party because we didn't hear the news because of Shabbat. But as she said it, I started to scream. I didn't know anything, but I started to scream for 1 hour. It was here. I went like nuts. And I said, it couldn't be, it's not happening. For 1 hour I was screaming. And then we tried to call everyone, and we started to get the information, which at the beginning we didn't get anything, and then we got the information as Moshe said. But I think that deep down I understood at that time. His brother and sisters, since that moment, everyone tried to get information, and they started to WhatsApp, Instagram, everything they could to try and get information. Some moments we were crying and we were very worried, and some moments we were optimistic and we said, it will be okay. For sure he can do it. He will manage it. He will come back. He will call us. Everything will be okay. So it was like both on the same time. But that was only on Saturday. Sunday, Monday we heard the bad news, but not the information clearly. So by Thursday that they came and told us, everyone was tired from worrying so much. So we were like exhausted from the week. First time the army came on Wednesday morning. 6 in the morning, they came, they knocked on the door. Every kid that grew in Israel know what it means. Of course, after 4 days that we were waiting. So when they came in, we were sure it's the most terrible information. But they said, let's sit down. It's not what you think. We were sitting on this couch here, and everyone, of all the kids, we called them, and we were sitting together holding hands and waited to hear what they are saying. And they said they were reading. They had some text that Aner is missing. He's not injured, he's not dead, he's not kidnapped. They don't know where he is. So we said, that we know already. What are you telling us? So they said, we don't know anything. We just want to come and talk with you, but we don't know anything yet. And then we waited until Thursday evening, and they came again, and they said there is a body. We didn't identify it 100%, but it's most likely that it's him. And 3 hours later, they came again, and then they said, we identified him, and it's him.
Itamar is one of the survivors. There are 8 survivors that are in Israel right now, and there are 4 survivors that are in Gaza from the Migunit. His father called us on Tuesday, and he told us all the story. He told us what happened with the grenades. He told us, and where I stand now is that Aner entered the shelter with 3 friends. There were 4 altogether. There were already 24 people inside. So there were something like between 28 to 29 people who were in that shelter.
It's a very, very, very small place. You have to understand.
It's like a bus station, the size of it. It's very tiny. It's like sardines in a tin. That's the way they stand. They stood there. Aner entered. When he entered, he said, "Hi, I'm Aner Shapira. I'm a soldier in the Nachal Orev unit. Don't be afraid. The army is not far from here. A word of what happened, they will come in a few minutes." One of the girls there shouted to him, "Aner, I'm so pleased you came. We are all relaxed now." So she's one of the survivors. She told us that story. But then they started hearing shootings and shoutings in Arabic, very close. Then they throw a grenade. Somebody picked the grenade. Somebody ran outside, got shot. After him, There was another Bedouin guy that was in the shelter. He went outside and said, "We are all Muslims, don't harm the people inside," but they beat him to death. He got killed later on. And Aner understood that they're about to enter, so he picked up a bottle of beer. He broke the bottle. He stood on the front. You can see it in the picture, in the famous picture that Itamar took the picture. Many people took their pictures and sent messages to the families because they all believe that that's their last moments. He stood there with waiting in order to stab the terrorists when they'll enter, but they were afraid to enter. And Aner saw that they were about to throw grenades, so he told the people inside, first of all told them that there's something like 20 armed terrorists outside, and he told all the people to lay on the floor, to cover their heads, and he stood at the front, and he said whenever they'll throw a grenade, he'll try to pick the grenade and throw it back. If he won't succeed, or if he got injured or killed, so somebody should stand and do the same as he's doing. And then start throwing grenades and threw it back. And you can see in the video that he tried to hit them. I mean, at the beginning he threw it very far, but he saw that it has no influence on them. So then he tried to throw it at the entrance to the Migunit. Maybe this is the way he will succeed. And the sixth grenade, you can see that he almost came out. You can see his hand coming out of the Migunit, trying to throw it on the terrorist. But eventually, after the eighth grenade, they fired an RPG inside. It's the third RPG that shot to the shelter, and he got from that very severely injured in his face and his hand. His friend lost his arm. The battle itself took like 44 minutes. So if we think about that, it's not only the idea that he succeeded in saving people inside, but he succeeded in postponing 20 armed terrorists with cars from going somewhere else. Or continuing, they were aiming to go to Netivot. You have on one side, you have people with goodness, unarmed, with loving of people. Among them, there are Muslims, there are Christians, Jews, definitely. But the common ground of all those people in the festival, there were people that believed in humanity. And against them came people on the name of Islam, but they're not a representative of Islam. They slaughtered, they kidnapped the Muslims also. And they came with all the evil that they came. I mean, his aim wasn't killing the enemy. It was preventing the enemy from killing the people that he just met a few minutes before. And among them there was a Muslim, non-Jews.
They told us that the first thing that he did is to calm them down. So I think it's amazing that in this situation, when we have a video that we can see him before it got it worse. So it's at the beginning. So you see him thinking, understanding what's happening, and then you understand that he decided that he would take the lead and he would calm everyone down and he would take a leadership and a stand. And although he didn't know anything and he didn't know what will happen, he took the position of calming down everyone. So I think the human understanding that he had to understand that this is what the people need right now is very, for me, it's very touching. And I can imagine him taking the responsibility. And I remember so many moments in life that he did it for me, and he calmed me down and the kid. And I think it's amazing that he calmed down people that he didn't know. He met them a few minutes ago. And so I think it's amazing. And then on top of this, he was a very good soldier, and he could manage the throwing the grenades, and he was a leader and everything. But the first thing of calming down the people, I think it's really amazing. After he died, the terrorists came inside and shot everyone. So until he died, he saved much more than we are saved today. because after he died and nobody stood up, they came in and they shot everyone and they kidnapped. And
people were bleeding also there.
Yeah, I mean, and they were wounded and they died for 5 hours until someone came to save them. So, but when he died, I think most of them inside were alive. Most of them. So as far as he could do, he saved everyone. But then, after he died, the terrorists came and killed or wounded.
Each time, Aner picked a grenade and threw it outside. So at that moment, he decided that he'll place his life in a way that he'll protect the others. And he made that decision 8 times. Each time he picked up a grenade, he made a decision that he'll rescue the people, even if it will cost him his own life. So this is something that is very precious. Among the mornings were the lucky ones. At least we know what happened at his last moments. We know how he behaved, what he have done. There are many, 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 many heroes in the 7th of October and later on. And we have to remember that also.
When the survivors came and showed me for the first time this picture, I told them that they are showing me a picture that I think that I already saw, that I imagined this picture, because he was a leader and he was a brave person and he was always first to do everything that he believed in. So since Shabbat, at 11 o'clock when I heard it, we knew that he would do everything he can to save everyone around him. And not only we knew, everyone that we talked about it with told us the same. For sure, he could run, he's the fastest runner, he could run until Jerusalem and back. He could hide, he could do anything, but at the same time we knew that he won't do it. He would do everything to save everyone around him. So since Shabbat, I knew that he would act in a brave way, somehow, I didn't know how. And as we heard the story from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, when we heard the survivors calling us and telling us the story, we understood that he acted in a very unique way, and they said we owe our life to him. And he was so brave and he did fantastic, and also he could manage it. You know, you could be a brave person but not succeed in throwing grenades. And he did, he succeeded. So after they told me all of that, I imagined him in this migunit, standing and doing this unbelievable act. And when they showed me the picture, it wasn't the video, it was a picture first. The picture that, as you said, him standing and everyone is trying to hide themselves and he's standing bravely. I was amazed that I saw a picture that I really already imagined. And then I have to tell you that for me it's a bit of comfort for me to know that until the last minute he was in doing. I think he wasn't afraid because he didn't have time to be afraid, because he felt like he has to do everything he can. So he was busy. He was too busy to be afraid, I hope. At the most important minute, he acted like the best soldier that you can imagine, throwing back grenades, not 1, not 2, 8 or 9 grenades. But he had no uniforms, nobody gave him orders, nobody commanded him, only he told himself what to do. And it is so typical for him to stand and do what he believes in, not what people tell him to do, not even a commander that tells him what to do. He is his own commander, and he doesn't have to be wearing uniform because it's from inside. It's what he believes in. It's the most terrible thing that can happen, and that moment I said, I can't believe it. It couldn't be, and until now I'm saying the same. It couldn't be. I still don't believe it, that it happened to us. It happened to him. I know it, but I don't believe it. And it's not like that you always believe that he will enter the room. I know he will not enter the room, but I feel as if I will talk to him soon. I can talk to him in a different way now. As parents, as children, together with our whole family, friends, his girlfriend, everyone, we feel together and trying to learn how to get used to this new reality. And also we are not alone, because there are so many families in the same situation, and so many families that are feeling that the whole world collapsed. So I think maybe it helps in some way, I don't know. And also we are very lucky that we have his songs, his paintings, his art, and we are, for me it's very important, and I'm all the time getting comfort in hearing him singing, working with his music, trying to, we succeeded in producing his album, his first album, and we have many more songs to continue with, and his paintings and his creativity and his text and songs and ideas. So I feel as if he's still here with his art and with the messages.